Ilja, welcome to my channel. This is a channel that is mostly dedicated to translated fiction, and today is no different. I'm going to talk about Grand Hotel Europa from the Dutch author Ilja Leonard Pfeijffer. Ilja Leonard Pfeijffer is one of my most favorite authors, and he lives in Italy, and mostly his novels are set in Italy. And the same goes for Grand Hotel Europa. It's about a writer who takes residence in Grand Hotel Europa. He stays there to write, and he wants to make a book around mass tourism. And in fact, the whole book is on one hand, a critique, an enormous critique on mass tourism, how it destroys the authenticity of cities, how it destroys the living environment of the people who are living in those cities, and mostly because of Airbnb, it becomes too expensive to live in their own city. And so what happens is it's often beautiful cities like Verona, like Rome, like Venice, like Barcelona. There's so many people coming day in, day out, but they don't leave something valuable behind. So what it means is that, like, Venice has always been a very busy city, but it's different because it used to be busy because it was full of commerce. Now it's only tourism, and that's not enough. And at night or when there's a pandemic, those cities are empty. There's nothing anymore. And that is one thing that he takes on in this novel. The other hand, it's also about immigration, and especially refugees. And he talks to a guy who, the doorman, who is from, I believe, where is he from? Eritrea or something like that? Doesn't matter, from Africa, but more to the north of Africa. And he had to flee his country, and he came by boat, which is a very hazardous undertaking, and he arrived in Italy. And now he works in Grand Hotel Europa. It's also a critique, globalization of trade and commerce, and for instance, Grand Hotel Europa is now owned, which was a very, like the title says, was a very grand hotel in the past, but now it's owned by a Chinese owner, and he really doesn't get Italian culture. And for them, the way he renovates the building, it's horrible. It's horrible for Italians. For them, it's tasteless. And it's also one of the aspects that he talks about. Now, is it a serious novel? No, not at all. Because although he comes across as a very pompous guy, a very pompous writer, he doesn't take himself seriously at all. So you have to realize that while he can write really long and grand sentences, it's always tongue-in-cheek. It's mocking with himself, really. He's mocking his art too. So you have to like it or you don't, but I really love it. I really love the way he laughs with himself, and he doesn't take himself seriously. There's also sex involved. It's a Dutch author, so it's often with some sex scenes. It's always with humor, so there's nothing serious in it, but still people can find it shocking. And yeah, it's a brilliant, to me, it's a brilliant book. It's not his best book. For me, that's La Superba, which is also translated by the same translator, and that is, I'm sorry, I forgot to look it up, Michele Hutchinson. Michele Hutchinson. Michele Hutchinson. Sorry. I'll put up her name here. It's, I believe, a British translator who lives in the Netherlands. And she has done a couple of books that already have won awards, so she must be very good in her job. So it's really worth to check it out. For me, yeah, it was a 5-star read. Because I know the guy, I will take a picture. I will post a picture. It's worth reading if you are really interested in tourism and old cities and culture and immigration and the things that can go wrong and all kinds of things. You know, it's a good book. It's a good book. So yeah, try it. You won't regret it, I hope. And if you like it, let me know. Bye-bye. Thank you.